this video will cover all aspects of the leg. I will be dividing it into about 15-minute increments. The upper leg, the lower leg, and the foot. So I'm going to take one section at a time. So I'm going to start with the quadriceps first. The quadriceps in and of themselves have the same insertion at the patella tuberosity, which is they all have different origins because it's around the area of the from the ASIS all the way into the ramus of the pubis. Will you flex your quad muscles for me? So you can see here, this is vastus intermedius. I'm sorry, that's not right. That is rectus femoris here. This is vastus medialis here, and then vastus lateralis here. So you pretty much be covering the whole aspect of the quads here, and they all have the same insertion past the patella tuberosity, or the tibial tuberosity, as it's also called. So the work is the same. Just grab a little bit of shea butter, and again, you don't have to, so just relax. So you're just sinking in to the muscle tissue, and then you are just bringing it out this way. So we're going to take it to about a 3, and then we're going to bring it out medially, laterally, compressive, broadening, separating each muscle fiber. So when I get to the origin here, you want to be careful of the inguinal ligament. So I'm going to do this in kind of a diagonal. Then I'm just going to, so the outside hand does the outside work, and the inside hand does the inside work. And I'm going to bring my thumb in so I don't rub up against nothing. Because the quadricep is associated with a lot of knee problems, I'm also going to address the insertion here. So I'm just with my fingers on my thumbs, I'm just going to, because it's about right as you come past the patella, it's this bump right here. So I'm just going to kind of clean out any type of buildup or crepitus that it might have. And I'm also going to work around the knee as well. So with both of my thumbs, I'm going to sink in. So I'm like carving it out, if you will. Sinking. And then I'm just going to go all the way, kind of like a half moon, all around this knee. And if I want to get a little bit more movement here, because this patella is actually supposed to be free, so I'm just going to just move the patella back and forth. So I'm going to push here, and I'm going to hold it for about 5 seconds. I'm going to pull it back in the other way and hold that. And I know that because of the camera that you're not really able to see all of it, but I do have just like a little bit more range as I go back and forth. And then, can you see that? How it made that a little bit more loose. And so that's what you can do for that. Now, for the lower leg, because I'm just gonna, since he's already face up, I'm just gonna keep going. You have the tibialis anterior on this side, and then you have pretty much the posterior muscles on this side. So like the gastrocnemius, let me see, part of the plantaris muscle, and then the soleus muscle is underneath. So we'll be getting this in a little bit, but for shin splints and main complaint are shin splints. To get this muscle, you're going to just do the same thing, because remember, you have this tibial bone on this side, so you're going to bring some compressive broadening to it. And you see this little dip right here in my knuckles? I'm actually going to put that right here in this tibial bone, so it just fits really, really nice, if you can see that. So the tibial bone, or the side part of the tibial bone, is right here. And that allows me to sink in and really be able to get as close to that shin splint as I possibly can. I'm going to show you how to do that. We will be doing the same thing when we get to the side for the fibula, when we talk about the peroneal muscles, but that fits in really nice. If you don't want to do that, you can definitely get your thumbs in there. It's not the most comfortable, but just like a couple of strokes, it's very, very effective for runners or people who stand on their feet all day, or people that do a lot of running and jumping, to get all of that worked out. If you want to work more of the muscle, you can turn it just a little bit and be able to do the same thing here. Okay, since I have you here, I'm going to move on to the adductors. So I'm going to have, Charles, I'm going to have you turn on your left side. So I'm going to have you bend your bottom leg. So bring the knee up on your bottom leg, and then straighten your top leg. And then I'm going to have you roll back. So, let me make sure I got a good camera angle, and I do. I'm just going to make a slight adjustment. So I want to show you a difference. I'm going to have Charles do that again, since I have a little bit of time. So I'm going to straighten you out again. Okay. So I want to show you the difference between what I just did for him and just doing this. So if you can see, the knee is just a little bit higher than if I have him actually roll on his side, bend his bottom leg, straighten his top leg, and roll back. It just makes it more flat. Okay, so I hope that you were able to notice the difference from that. So for the adductors, so for adductor pulls, adductor strains, or anything that involves the adductors, you want your client to be in this position. Now, if it's a male, and they have the, you can properly, drape them with your drape. If we run into the problem of, penis and testicles and all of that other stuff, I mean, if that makes you feel uncomfortable, you can always instruct your client to hold on to their package and just bring it aside. Okay, so that way you won't have anything, falling out at you or touching anything. Okay, so that's just, what are you smiling at? Just kidding. Same thing with the adductor. So you're dealing with adductor longus, brevis, and magnus, all within here. The adductors are also not the most comfortable, and it also has a tendency to have a lot of bunching up in and around the knees. So again, this is one of those where it does have you do have a tendency to get a little up close and personal. So if you need to make the necessary adjustments, and again, if you need your client to, your male client to hold themselves, just, don't be afraid to let them know. Same thing, broadening. Lengthening. You also want to be careful of the endangerment sites. Inguinal ligament is the main one. There are also inguinal lymph nodes. Ooh, what was that? Wow. You know what? I might go back and mess with that a little bit. So we ran across some tissue right here. Now I'm gonna do it one more time because that might be too much. So I'm actually gonna come out this way. So it looks like he's got like an adhesion in there, and so I'm just gonna go over it one more time. So after you do that, if you find anything like I just found, you just want to go back and just clean that up. So if that's too much, just let me know. And you also want to clean up in and around the knee as well. So with your fingers just kind of bunched together, you're able to get all of this tendinous area around here. That will cover all of the adductors and then part of the quadriceps.